Welcome to Japan and the impressive Suzuka track for today's qualifying session, where we should be underway shortly. I'm expecting a strong showing here today from the Red Bull team. They really love this classic track and have had so much success at Suzuka over the years.
I think this could be a showdown between the Mercedes and Red Bulls today. The Red Bull team have enjoyed incredible success here over the years, but the Mercedes package could be too much for the Milton Keynes-based team.
What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode as Pastor Maldonado. We're in Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix and I'm actually really excited for this race. I'm not the best in terms of pace, but it's one of them really fun ones that the drivers always look forward to, and I'm looking forward to this one because we've got an exciting battle in both standings really. And yeah, currently in 13th after my first lap. I only tend to do 1 or 2 laps if you've noticed during the qualifying sessions, but lap 2 we're quite a bit up on our previous time. We're currently in 13th. We've got to do so much better. We're sandwiched by the McLarens. So coming to the line and we're up to 6th, a much better lap there. Let's see where we end up.
It's Kimi Raikkonen on pole for tomorrow's race after a fantastic lap time that has cemented his place in the top spot.
He's certainly going to be leading the charge from the front. And if he can get through the first couple of laps without any issues, he could be difficult to beat based on today's performance.
Come to one of this year's most challenging races, where the combination of high speed and complex corners makes this one of the drivers' favourite tracks. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. The man with everything to play for today is Kimi Raikkonen. He starts in P1 and will need all his fabled coolness in order to keep things from boiling over into turn 1.
There are a lot of variables that can cause a driver to be happy with the car one day to struggling with it the next. Track temperature, excessive tyre wear or a change of fuel load can all affect the feel of a car. He'll definitely be hoping that when the race gets underway, he's got the same balance as he enjoyed in qualifying.
It was a slightly surprising move to see Daniel Kvyat promoted to the senior team after just a single season at Toro Rosso. The spotlight was always going to be on him this season. How do you think he's done?
There is extra pressure that comes along with being in the spotlight of the senior team. Ricciardo reacted excellently to it last year, but Daniel hasn't managed that same sort of start and is struggling to come to terms with the car this year.
So a pretty decent session behind the standard 6 cars at the front and Daniel Ricciardo. So if we keep on tabs with him, I think we could have a decent race with 3 stops again. I was scheduled to do 3 stops in Singapore as well, so I didn't think Japan was a high tyre wear track, to be fair, so I'm thinking of converting that to a 2 on the grid. Building up to the start, Ericsson had a good session, and Naz is behind me as well, but 5 lights. And away we go. That felt like a lifetime there, but we haven't got grids. That was so close to going into the pit wall there, and Ericsson straight past. I think we've got Verstappen on the outside. We've got to try and make up this position because Ericsson is well known to be incredibly slow in this career. And he was side by side and he's just got ahead. That's really disappointing, but if we can get him back as soon as possible, we won't lose too much time to the top 7, which is what we need to be battling for, to be fair, get some big points. Looking here, but there's no way of getting past in these S's, so we're gonna have to look for an opportunity later on in the lap if we can. And yeah, we settled into 9th, Verstappen just behind us. Now teammate Grosjean started 18th on the prime tyres, so let's see how his strategy pans out in this race as well. But we'll see near the end of the lap. Coming into 130R, we're closing in on Ericsson, so much more straight line speed, especially with the slipstream. But surely it's inevitable up the inside into the chicane. We've broken 2 lips, locked up, and no, there's no way we're getting past there. So we've got a warning for corner cutting, fair enough, but we're going to have to let Ericsson back past here, and there we go. But he thinks we're going to go on the attack, and then he just goes defensive, which gives Verstappen a bit of a run behind. Ericsson's very defensive. We could get him back, but I don't think it's good to get him back straight away. But he had a bit of a lock-up. He's definitely feeling the pressure. And let's see what we can do going into the S's. I doubt we'll get anywhere near him here. How we actually do, the dirty air effect's not too bad. But yeah, Ericsson's really slow. You can see Ricciardo's already pulling away, and we've actually got a decent run here. Much better grip up the inside, surely not, and we've done it. That's where Ricciardo was overtaking everyone in the 2014 race in real life, and that was a great move there. Just slipping up the inside, just had enough room, and we've got ourselves up into 8th, away from the very slow Ericsson. And we'll see that incident once again into the chicane. I just go flying up the inside, out of control really, locking up. And there was nowhere near making that corner. And yeah, Ericsson, I let him pass. Look at the oversteer he's getting into that final corner. It's actually really tricky. But going into T1, he goes really defensive. I don't really know why. You can see from Verstappen's point of view, just the battle ahead. And yeah, we both locked up as well. So we were braking late, and here's the move once again. Much better grip, better stability with the car, better back end, and we just slip up the inside. Ericsson looks like he's struggling with his setup already. And at the front, just a couple of laps later, this is Vettel in 4th, attacking Hamilton in 3rd. Hamilton just doesn't have the pace this weekend, and Vettel's on the attack, not around the outside. That is not going to work. Or is it? He's got the inside here. There's a little touch and he's round. Unlucky for him. The two Williams are battling there, and they've both got ahead of him. So not a lot happened up until lap 8. Effectively, my tyres went off and I lost a load of time to Ricciardo, and now I've got Verstappen all over me. So time to go into the pits. I think I'm definitely not going for the 3-stop. It's just not practical at all. Hamilton's in the pits. Actually, quite a few cars are in the pits. Verstappen has gone round once again, and we're going to put on the prime tyres, see how long they last. That'll determine what tyres we go on for the final stint. So based on the predicted strategy is, oh my god, we're behind Stevens again. Based on the predicted strategy of 3 stops, you'd think it would have to be options prime, but we'll see what happens. So, back to the action, and just before, well, pretty much the same time as I was in the pits, the two McLarens were battling side by side in 130R. Alonso looks like he's got the move done, but Button will have the inside line. And the side by side into the chicane. What's going to happen here? Any contact or anything? It's pretty clean from the two McLarens, and oh my god, they're going in the pits at the same time. Great job, McLaren. Great job. That's just embarrassing, really. But we're closing in on Stevens into 130R, and that's how slow he was. I didn't expect that at all. Just no speed at all. And we had to go up the inside, otherwise we would have lost a lot more time behind the Manor. We're up into 13th. Grosjean's just ahead of us. He hasn't pitted yet. As I mentioned before, he is still on the prime tyres. And a lot of other cars are in the pits, probably putting on options. That's what they seem to do. And who's this coming out? It's Verstappen. So we are just behind, and yeah, he's really struggling coming out the pits on his I was going to say warm tyres there, on his cool tyres. Need to get them up to temperature, and he just totally goes wide. That's I don't know what to say about that. He just practically let us pass, but I'll take the position up into 9th. And then Grosjean pitted, and obviously with Verstappen on the options, he has closed up to the back of me, and I just totally go off the track. You miss the starter spoon, then you just, yeah, nowhere for the second part of spoon, and you get a nudge from Verstappen. Such aggression from a young kid. But are we going to come back here? We have the slipstream again. The slipstream effect is just far too powerful. I don't think we have the confidence with these tyres to go up the inside. No, we don't. We're going to hang behind Verstappen, make the most of DRS on the start-finish straight, and get this position back. I mean, ahead of him, Ricciardo's miles ahead, so potentially our best finishing position is going to be 8th place, and only 4 points in this championship battle. So we'll have to see what can happen. Thinking about move up the inside, but no, there wasn't enough space. It was too risky. We just see a tiny gap, go for it, and yeah, I just kind of stopped mid-corner for some reason. But oh well, we're still behind Verstappen, but options in the final stint. We will surely get him because we're staying close on these prime tyres. And on to lap 16 here. Getting DRS off Verstappen, and a couple of cars are in the pits. They're the ones going option, and now onto the primes. Someone just ahead is very slow. That's a Williams. Massa's just come out the pits, I presume. Really slowing Verstappen down. I'm right behind him now. The pressure's going to be on him. Let's see if we can take advantage and get in position. He's so slow, make contact, and we've lost it again. We hit him twice, and I'm changing the camera angle for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing there. But yeah, Ricciardo's passed as well. Massa was so slow holding up Verstappen, and I just got too eager and hit him twice in the back. Second time was quite fatal. Quite fatal, that doesn't make sense. But we're back on Ricciardo, flying up the inside, locking up. Are we going to get this move stuck? It is for position, but I've got another pit stop to make, so it's a bit pointless. I suppose I'm holding up Ricciardo from passing any of the Williams, thinking in terms of the championship. But we're back ahead of Ricciardo. Good battle there. And at the end of the lap, Ricciardo came back for more DRS, And let's see his straight line speed compared to mine. I am in Rich Mix, he has DRS and he just doesn't have the straight line speed with the Renault power unit. Defending on the inside, can we do it? He's got the fresher tyres and he can't go around the outside, so we're still in 7th and we're really holding up Ricciardo. Just for the sake of it really. We probably will get Verstappen in the final stint because of the option tyres. And that's probably the best we can hope for. Lap 18 here. And it was the next lap and Ricciardo had a much better run. Our tyres are starting to go off. He's going really defensive and yeah, I thought about going for it, but what's the point? If anything, it's going to cause carnage and we just can't. There's no need for it, so we'll let Ricciardo go. I say let Ricciardo go, he's probably going to speed off into the distance as I pit soon. And at the end of the lap, I do go into the pits and Grosjean's just behind me. He's like 5-6 seconds behind. He has one more stop to go as well, so his strategy looks like it's really working. And we're on to the options. Final stop. We're behind Verstappen, but not by much. There's a car ahead of him really blocking him. Was that a bit of front wing on the track there? Not too sure, I didn't see that clearly, but Hulkenberg, who is behind one of the Manners, that's how bad his race has been. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's absolutely miles behind. And the AI really aren't good at getting out the way on this game, so I've got to work around him. Much better grip here, up the inside, yes, that'll do nicely. And now to close in on Verstappen, and we do that, lap 21 into 130R. Much better pace, we obviously are on the option tyres, fresher tyres as well. Not going for a banzai move up the inside, that would be stupid. Thinking tactically, bit of DRS and we should get it done. No oversteer as well in the final corner, that's a surprise. And here we go, DRS, this is going to be simple, flying past him. And up into 8th place. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And yeah, the gap to Ricciardo at the moment's about 22 seconds I remember seeing, so there's no chance of 7th. And yeah, it was a pretty lonely race for the rest of it. Shame really. I was hoping to be further up, but one of my weaker tracks, I think 4 points is in a bad haul of points. Coming to the line and there we go, 8th place, Pastor Maldonado in the points again. Such consistency this season. Definitely his best season in F1, and obviously because I'm driving as him. Good game.
That's another trophy to add to Kimi Raikkonen's already full cabinet. A race win for the Finnish driver in today's race.
It really was a wonderful performance, and one that the team will be celebrating for some time to come.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So that was the Japanese Grand Prix. Grosjean actually got 10th with his audacious strategy, so good job from him there. Looking at the drivers, 42 points at the top. Raikkonen did get the win from Rosberg, and then Hamilton was in 3rd if I'm not mistaken, so not much is closed up there. 2 points behind me and Ricciardo. The battle goes on. So if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more F1 2015 content, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next career race. Goodbye.